inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles.
October 9th, 2022.
He's sick with flu-like symptoms. He never gets sick. Maybe stress and the move weakened his immune system. I know it's messed up, but my instant thought was that he poisoned himself so it would be in his system too. I guess both scenarios are just as likely in my opinion. I've grieved a lot over the last couple of days, remembering the very happy moments of sheer weightlessness and laughter. I dearly loved this individual, but I also think he tried to kill me for the insurance money. How does someone begin to process that? I wish the man I married were real, not the mask he did an amazing job wearing. It shatters me. I guess the silver lining is that I can choose to remember the moments with his intentions or mine. I choose to remember my love, and I'll carefully navigate the rest as I can. I've learned because I've been deeply hurt by someone who had a responsibility to care for me before, that not every moment was awful. There were good times, and some of my life's biggest accomplishment came during this time with my husband. It isn't one or the other, it's two things: my memories of love and happiness, and the fact that he wanted me dead. I can't combine them. If I blend them, I'm devastated, and he gets what he'd want to a degree, I would die an emotional death. The only way for me to process this is to separate them into two categories: my intentions and his. And when I choose to remember our marriage through my eyes, I can remember a relationship that was full of love and good intentions, and we sadly grew apart. And when I need to remember who I'm dealing with, I remember the truth. And I guess the truth isn't from his eyes, but still from mine, saturated in my love and hard work, and his ability to watch me slowly die. It's emotional poison. That's what that tiny piece of information is. One word. Poison. Poisons everything about our marriage. Changes everything in such a devastating way.
October 12th, 2022. October 12th, 2022. October 12th, 2022.
She opens her eyes. Is today the day my body lurches towards the toilet? Is this the day I feel like I'm dying and I still have to trudge through with a smile on my face? Is this the day I collapse in exhaustion after working all day, and he'll berate me for not helping? He lives with me. He cleans up my vomit. He gets the medicine. He's the sole witness to how violently ill I am, and he doesn't fight for me. I flash to the brief moments where BT lost control in the early days, illuminating his true personality, the person he worked tirelessly to abort. He mirrored with ease, mimicking what was important to me, then using it against me. In the end, there wasn't a single card unplayed, not a moment he cherished too much not to soil. I still can't figure out how he did it, when he did it. After 42, my body is wrecked. I'm headed to the cardiologist today to see what has happened to the old ticker. I feel slighted, like the best days of playing with my daughter were stolen. that I forced her to mourn the loss of me, and I the loss of her, to ease her suffering. I feel so confused. I see his eyes. I feel gentle warmth. He's caring for me. And I think he'd never hurt me. How did he do it? That's what's driving me bananas, because I'm pretty sure he did it. I still wonder, am I gonna die because of the trauma that my body's been through? Will I have to place my daughter's father in prison? I know he'll show remorse as this unfolds for him, but it won't be the same kind that I feel. It feels like I'm getting out of a series of events that simply lined up, as if I had a karmatic overpayment, and she was saving it up for this very moment in my life. I didn't realize I was being poisoned until recently. I became more than 99% sure when I saw a very visible second knees line pop up on my big toe. Now I replay this life with a new lens, and I have a bird's eye view of every move and every motive.
October 16th, 2022.
The first time I was mysteriously ill was, I think, 2011, 2012. I don't remember when it started, but for about 9 months, I was violently ill, and I vomited everything I ate up. I worked puking. I'd simply stop, go vomit, and resume work. I thought I had food poisoning that messed my stomach up. Ugh. For 9 months, I didn't have insurance, and these things tend to just go away, right? I remember one morning, I felt a burning sensation under my right breast, and I looked down, expecting a little bug bite. And what I see is a giant chicken-sized egg bulge sticking out of the right breast. My whole breast is hot, and it has this figure as if something's inside of it. From there, all of my symptoms rapidly calmed down, and I only throw up like every third day.
October 30th, 2022. October 30th, 2022. October 30th, 2022. October 30th, 2022. October 30th, 2022.
Since cleaning every item well, my health has improved significantly. I feel like I was drugged and the confusion wore off. I had a speech issue for the last year that can be heard in voice text. My speech would be hard to get out of me, and I would blank mid-conversation with someone, and I'd have no idea what they were talking about or me, and I couldn't remember to save my life. Both of these symptoms are gone now. I've had little to no noticeable issues with this. My blood pressure before leaving was still approximately 150/95, and I couldn't get it to budge. Now my blood pressure, seeing the cardiologist a week before Thanksgiving, is 135/80 with no blood pressure meds because I had ran out. The cardiologist still prescribed a blood pressure med because he still wanted to see a better number. Upon his treatment, my blood pressure has been 110/70. I wake up and I feel confused. I'm so used to waking up sick, my body feels foreign. I get hungry, and I'm starting to trust that I'm not going to throw up if I eat or fall to the ground from intense pain. Sweating, cold, clammy, vomiting. I've been sick for 4 years consistently. And after 7 weeks away from my husband, All of my chronic issues are healing. I'm not dying. I was only dying because I was being poisoned. I was slowly dying. I was confused and being cared for by the person who was poisoning me. He should be held accountable for this. I fear that if he's not, he'll successfully kill me. He's always been good at pretending like nothing ever happened. Like when I came home from Texas and I told him our marriage was over, he suddenly became Mr. Perfect. But I didn't accept that lie this time, and it almost got me killed. Now he's acting like we're back together. He says, "I miss you," and he keeps sending me inappropriate pictures and asking to have some in return. He acts really dumb about poison. He asks things like, "How does heavy metal make you sick? How does it get in you? What's the toxin? What blood's the toxin?" He's pretending to be ignorant, and he's smart. I know he knows what a toxin is. And he knows what heavy metals are. I've watched enough Dateline for the last 13 years of him. He should have a great idea of what those terms mean. Elle was diagnosed with something called glaucoma suspect today. And my blood work from nephrology is still being interpreted.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, oh. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless praying. 'Cause some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools should wear the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, 'cause you just don't know. But some things